Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to improve as fast as possible on keyboard and mouse with using all of these tips consistently. You can see progress in as little as 7 days, which is absolutely insane. Make sure you watch the video to the very end to get all the tips needed to improve as quickly as possible, because I used these tips and I improved very fast and got decently good within a month. If you guys like this video, please remember to chuck a like on it and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Please hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this, because I do these all the time with more tips and more information every single time. And if you want to support me further, please use my supporter credit code in the front item shop XFierces to support me. I would greatly appreciate it, and let's get into the video. In this first section, I want to talk about is the best edit courses to use. I'm going to be using examples from Flea and Raider 464, but there's a quintillion other edit maps and practice maps that you can use. If you want some of those, I'll just leave some of them down below. Here are some Flea and Raider 464 maps. If you don't want to copy the codes from the screen, they're obviously down below just for ease for you guys if you want to go and use these maps yourself. All credit to Flea and Raider for these maps. They are absolutely amazing maps to practice. And if I had these maps when I was starting on keyboard and mouse, man, I would have improved 20,000 times faster. Because going into an edit map before you go into a real game every single day, practicing your edits, getting faster at your edits, is so important to do for improving quickly. I don't need to cover this section too much, but I just want to say, if you want to know what mouse pad to use, what keyboard and mouse you should use for beginner keyboard and mouse players, I highly suggest you check out my video that is also in the top right of your screen, that little eye, that white little dot thing. It should have just appeared with like a video of my first how to improve on keyboard and mouse video, where I went over what keyboards, what mice, and just general tips on how to improve. But I'm getting into like the nitty gritty in this video, so hopefully it can improve. Hopefully it can help improve people's skills with this video, because this video has more information in it than the other one. But if you want to know what peripherals to use, go to that video. Alright, actually, you're going to have that video on the top right. But I also have 2 videos down below where it's the 5 best keyboards that you can use for beginner players, and the top 5 or top 10 gaming mice for Fortnite in 2020 that you need. And that video and the keyboard video, so the mouse and keyboard video, like the separate videos, cover keyboards and mice from price ranges all the way from like 40, 30, all the way up to 200. So there is literally a keyboard and mouse for everyone, and they're all good options because I've used majority of the keyboards and mice that I suggest, or else I wouldn't really suggest them. Or I saw so good reviews on them, so how could you not suggest them, right? That was my thought process. Because if I haven't tried it, I just based my opinions around thousands of other reviews that were on Amazon, and man, I only picked the best mice. But yes, if you want the tips that I gave like a couple of months ago on how to improve on keyboard and mouse, then that video is also down below. And that video got 12,000 views. Like, that is way, I don't even understand. If you have any specific questions regarding how to improve as fast as possible on keyboard and mouse, leave them below, and I will happily answer all of your questions. And the next section I want to talk about, guys, is how to practice, which includes creative free building and playing some creative with friends. Now, what I mean by this is going into just a regular creative land where just start fresh and you can just start cranking, building 90s, practicing all of your building mechanics and everything. Just sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whenever you feel comfortable to try and play in a real game. Just always practicing creative for at least an hour or two before you hop into an actual game. You can do that, or the other option I could suggest for you is to play with friends, like playing creative matches with friends. So what you could do is just load up a 1v1 map, or just one of those maps that has a whole bunch of guns, and you can go down and fight to the death with like a whole bunch of your friends. And that is very, very fun, and time will literally fly because you're having fun practicing. If you're having fun doing what you are trying to get better at, you're going to improve so much faster than if you were to just be playing by yourself, because more than likely you're just going to get bored, and playing with friends is one surefire way not to get bored, because being bored is one of the hardest and most challenging things that puts a huge barrier on people trying to improve. So if you want to improve as fast as possible, in all honesty, all you need to do is just practicing creative with friends. That's really all you need to do. Every single day, go into creative, practice with your friends, have fun, make sure you're having fun while you're doing it, and that's basically all you need to do. Because if you just go into a regular The Block Island or anything and build creative with your friends, make the rules however you want, or load up a 1v1 map, free-for-all maps to have a whole bunch of guns, and then you can just go out and just fight forever, and it'll never end. If you want to use any of these codes, they're on the screen right now and in the video description, so you don't need to type it out yourself. You can just copy and paste. But yeah, that's basically all you need to do for that. Let's hop into the next section. Just remember that you need to practice, and practicing with friends and having a good time while you're practicing is a surefire way for you to improve as fast as possible. The next section I want to talk about is how to keep determination and how to not give up. I know it's going to be very hard for you to not give up when you're playing on keyboard and mouse, especially in the first month or 2 months or even 3 months of progression, because it's going to be very difficult because it's something you've never done before. I 100% understand this feeling, and it's going to take some time and practice to not get stressed out. So these are some tips that I have so you don't lose determination and you actually keep motivation to keep grinding. Currently on screen, you're watching some old gameplay from when I first started out on keyboard and mouse. I was playing on PS4 with the keyboard and mouse hooked up. My keyboard was this mushy membrane keyboard that I got from Walmart, as well as a Walmart mouse that was like $5. And I probably quit keyboard and mouse at least 4 times in the entire length of my progression. So what I would do is I would probably hop in a team rumble with keyboard and mouse. I would play a little bit, and then, you know what, I would be getting absolutely destroyed by this sweaty kid, and I would say, you know what, dude, I could destroy you if I was on controller. So what I would do is I'd go back on my controller and I would just eliminate him, because that's what I was used to. And I'm like, you know what, I'm probably not gonna switch to keyboard and mouse now because I'm already good on controller, so what's the point of learning another input? That was my entire thought process whenever I was getting destroyed. But to overcome that, I kept pushing forward, I kept grinding, I kept practicing on edit maps, I kept grinding creative with friends, I kept having a good time while playing. Like, people don't understand how important playing creative with your friends really is. It's so important, to the point where if you don't do that, I feel like progression's just gonna take way longer because you're not having fun. Unless you're having fun playing team rumbles and practicing like I did, because I played a whole bunch of team rumble while practicing. That was one thing I found very helpful, just playing a whole bunch of team rumbles and just practicing a whole bunch of different stuff, using a billion different keybinds, all of that. And if you want to know the best keybinds for beginner keyboard and mouse players, I'll leave a link down below because I've actually done a video on that. You can either click the link down below or click the eye in the top right corner of your screen to be taken to that video. Obviously, make sure you stick around to the entire video before you do that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say. So if you are experiencing some form of demotivation, just keep pushing forward. I know it's going to be like, oh, well, he's telling me something I already know. It's like, it's so important for you not to give up. Because if you give up, then you're going to regret that decision for your entirety of playing Fortnite. Because you can do it. And you are telling yourself that you can't do it. And that's one thing that is going to make sure you don't improve. If you tell yourself that you can't do something, you will not do that thing. But if you go into Team Rumble, if you go into creative, if you practice, and you tell yourself, I can do this, I will do this, you will do it. That's what I told myself after giving up at like 4, 5, 6 times on keyboard and mouse. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go back in tomorrow with an open mind. And then I'm just going to keep building on my skills, keep practicing, getting better, all of that, go Team Rumble, creative with friends, all of that. And then I would do it every single day. Every day I would get demotivated. I would just take the rest of the day off. I would say, you know what? Today might not have been my day. I'll go back in tomorrow and then I'll see how good I'll do. And then I went in the game the next day, and then everything was great. It was amazing. And whenever you get demotivated, get off, take a mental reset, go back on, and do the same thing again. And you will get so much better. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, all of these tips, once applied, and you keep pushing them forward and grinding your hardest and not giving up, that's the main thing, and playing creative with friends, you will get so much better so fast. It's unbelievable. Let me know in the comments how fast you improve by using these methods, because this is what I use personally. This is just like the nitty-gritty second part of my first video, but all of the tips combined in this video and the other video will literally make you into a god. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please chuck a like on it and subscribe. And hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I post a brand new video. I post videos like this all the time. If you are new, I have an entire playlist on my homepage of my YouTube channel dedicated to a whole bunch of tips and tricks on how to improve. So if you want to check that out, I would greatly appreciate it. And it has everything you need all in one place, so you don't got to go searching for it. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.